Hi everybody, Ken from Oz here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I will set up my 2021 Moleskine notebook in my D-ringed ochre Malden pocket size FILOFAX. Okay, so go back to all my other videos if you want to see how it's all set up. So basically this is just how I'm going to be setting it up for 2021. So the first thing I need to do is to take 2020 out, and you can see here that it's been quite full and used, and if you looked at my previous video you would be able to see that every page is filled and ready to go. So if you want to know about my setup, go to the previous video about saying farewell to my 2020 setup, and this is now me showing you how I will get ready for 2021. Well, first thing I need to do is just remove some of the basic bits that I will want to put back in. I have a lot of pages that I will try and repeat, and that won't be in this video, so usually just the reference pages at the back and also the stickers and the post-it notes and so on. I'll put those in a bit later. I might rearrange them so that I only have them on one page. At the moment I've got two, and these are the two sizes that I use. Okay, and then these are updated, and I'll reprint these, so I will leave these, the birth dates and addresses and so on, I'll leave those in here, as well as schedules which are pasted in. That's for reference, and then I will go through and have a look at various pages of notes. I might take a photo of these for my reference, because I might want to refer to them, and that'll save me going back to the diary, which I will store. So I'll just take out a few of the bookmarks which are magnetic. I find these ones are the best. They do stay in place. And at the back I'll take out that bookmark. I have a ruler, which I'll show you in a second of what I do. And I have a smaller ruler which I was intending to also put holes in, but at the moment I'm just leaving it in there. The pen will come out. And as I flick through, just a quick look at anything else. I think that's about it. Oh, one more magnetic bookmark and so on. I do have a tag here which I will probably remove, and these are reusable, and this is just to show you my birthday pages are. So taking those out, so there's quite a little bit here which I'll show you. I'll move those aside for the moment. And always exciting to do, but I will then just remove this from the back like so. Now the good thing is I always do leave the elastic on the Moleskine because it's good for storage and it just keeps everything together. So some people remove it, I don't. What I will need to do though is just mention that to place it into the back pocket of the Malden, it's quite snug, and I do trim very slight amount on the top and bottom just to slide it in. And then over the years I have found that the stretching of the leather means that sometimes I don't need to cut that very thin bit. It doesn't really matter that it's cut, but we'll just see today whether this new Moleskine 2021 week on one page is going to fit in pretty well. So let's have a look. So I'll put that away, and then I will be going through for the rest of the day and maybe for a little while just to transfer information from this to the new one. So now time to unpack. Now with the Moleskine, which I use, and I've been using these for quite a few years now, this is pocket size. In Australian dollars around about $28 depending on where you buy it from. It seems to be the best one for me, and I have tampered with trying to just use a dot grid, which I have here. Unmarked of course, but really the whole idea is it's got to have everything I need, so I don't have to do a lot with it except to write in. So undo the plastic, so it's a bit like an opening. Now the thing about Moleskine is it's a very good quality booklet. Their products are excellent. Put that in recycling and open it up. There's always information here. I always like to have a look at these just in case there is little bits and pieces that you might want to keep, and they always add little bits and pieces to it, calendars and so on. I'll look at that a little bit later. Let's see what Moleskine is up to. Now just to double check, place it over. I've got information here on the inside, and I like the idea, especially the Moleskine printing. It's not too dark, and it just is exactly the right sort of shade for me to be able to use. At the back, of course, you've got this open pocket, which I've never really used ever, and inside always the plethora of stickers and Moleskine paraphernalia and so on. I will use the lettering just on the front, always trying to place them very neatly. My OCD means I don't do that too successfully, just with my name on the front, just so that as a bit of an identification. I've been doing that the last couple of years as well, but at the moment I don't need that, so I'm freeing out the back, and basically it's ready to go. So my first step would be to see if it will fit without me having to modify the back. So let's have a look. So I just place the rubber band through there and give it a little bit of a push, and as you can see from a few years of use, it fits in reasonably well. So I'll just open that up. So that has been quite a tight fit over the last few years, and I have had to trim a few of the booklets, but as you can see it's got used to the size and it's slightly stretched. I have learnt my lesson about overstretching the leather of the Maldens, but it's quite soft and pliable. So while I'm in the back, I'll actually just place my ruler back, and I don't think I'll use this little one, so this one's going to go, and my pen, which will go back into the side and the front. So my name will go on the front and information there, and of course this is also my dashboard, but it's very basic. And I'm going to just show you how I'm going to set up the first page. So let's go to December, January, and quickly show you how I'm going to set it up. My highlighter pen, which I'll take out, and very, very easy. I just need to take my ruler and set it up into the right spaces. Now you notice that I haven't got the holes cut out all the way down the ruler. If I had to redo this, I'd probably redo it again to I don't need to replace the ruler, but that's okay. Then I get my pen, and I'm going to use my fine 0.28 nib and put the checkpoints in. So just line it up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes down to the last one. As you can see, very neat, very straight. And then I'm going to go a little bit further down and just go to the end of the page. And I try and position these in the center of each of the line spacings, just so that it's nice and neat. Try to keep it as neat as possible, but I've also learned that I don't need to be philo-fussy. Oh, there's a good word. So there's a video on philo-fussiness, and don't be so philo-fussy. Go back into my YouTube channel and you'll be able to find it. It's really good. I need to also watch it every now and again. Now, to line up the dashes and the checkboxes for the everyday, it works out about 4. And I just sort of line them up as best I can. And as you can see here, there's the Sunday date. So I try to line them up as best I can with the Sunday section, like so. And this also lines up perfectly. So I'm going to quickly do this. A little bit boring, I know. So I'm just using the outline of each of the squares. And I can tell you that if you can get someone to do this with a laser cutter, it saves so much effort and the neatness of it is quite good. So that's down to Thursday, and then I'm just going to quickly do Friday. Now my Saturday and Sunday, slightly different, but not too much. I just put 3 at the bottom. So I will miss one there so I don't get into Sunday and go 1, 2, 3. And as I've said in many videos, obviously people do not need to do much on the weekend so that we don't have a lot of space. And if I was king of Moleskine, I would change that immediately. So I do 3 for Saturday. It just also stops from the check boxes interfering with the days, Saturday and Sunday. My other little gripe with Moleskine is on New Year's Day, it indicates public holidays, and there's this long list of countries. If you can see it, probably not. I just find that gets in the way. Sometimes I might get a whiteout tape and tape it out. I do find the whiteout tape does affect the pens that I use, so I tend to ignore it mostly. Now, very quickly, I will then, using my grey highlighter, just highlight the check boxes by drawing a line, and I'll do that freehand, that one. And the same down here. I might turn that around just to make it a bit easier. Just to highlight the check boxes. I found that this visually makes it easier for me to see, and also saves me having to do each one individually. So the highlight is there, and the last bit of course is putting washi tape on the top. So very quickly, I always like the bird one. Seems to be one that I like to start the year off with, but anything is good. And again, washi tape that I'm using is solely just to give it a bit more strength. Very easy. I just line it up at the top and push it in with my fingernail and line it up like so. Take some sharp scissors, cut at the edge of the page like so, and of course you will have small little bits of washi tape left over on the curve, and these sharp scissors which I bought at a craft store because they're extremely sharp, gives you a nice curved edge. And I'll do the same. I also sometimes do put a line across the top, about in the middle, and I can use this bird one which I might put there. just sort of separates my week out a little bit. And if I don't need it, then I tend to leave it out. But let's place that there. And I've been getting, over the years, very good at placing washi tape on without having to re-stick it, like so. And the other reason I like the black and white clear one is that it basically is invisible once you stick it on. So you can't really see the washi tape except for the pattern there. So that's my first week of the year ready to go. Now, where do we go from there? Well, taking my diary, and I'll just fill in a little bit now, you'll remember that in the last week of the year, this page is identical to the new first page of the new book. So I'm going to reproduce everything there. So for instance, I'm going to just transfer a appointment that was on Sunday, which I'm going to write like so. And on the other side, of course, I've got lists of things to do. So I'm going to price some tricycles. Don't ask me what that means, but I have to research tricycles. Now, some of you have made a comment about me being a left-handed person writing with my right hand. Now, the answer is I actually can print quite more neatly with my left hand. I can write with my right, I can write with both hands, but with my right hand I can actually print neater. And I also find writing left hand on a notebook, if you're a left hand, you'll know exactly what this is all about. So all I can say is that very young age I learnt to write with my right hand, although I'm naturally a left-hander and I can write with both. So that's answering some of the questions. I need to do a calendar, and I'm just going to show you here that once I'm finished, I will tick like in my hybrid bullet journal, and usually I do it by hand, but today I'm going to just cross it off, and this will be filled out as well. So basically that is my setup for 2021, which I will take probably a day or two just to get it all ready to go. So thank you for all the comments and encouragements. Yes, it is good to be back. Thank you for following my channel, and I'll see you on another video.